Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
Hey everyone, Nicole, Russo, and Dan Illman coming to you with the Oaks Countdown. The countdown is now at 17 days as we record this. As a refresher, here's a quick look at your points list of expected starters for the Philly Classic. The top 14 can fill out the starting gate with some also eligibles on the program. We've extensively discussed some of the top horses on the points list, but there are a couple of major prep winners who we haven't really gotten around to digging into in depth yet. Fantasy winner Ugiri up there in 4th on the points list, and Santa Anita Oaks upset winner Desert Dawn, who put herself right there in 5th. Let's start by taking a look at Ugiri, and this was really a very game win in the fantasy for her, Dan.
It certainly was, although it must be noted that this was a Secret Oath-less fantasy. Secret Oath would have been the heavy favorite in this race. She opted to take on males in the Arkansas Derby, and she ran a very good third. Take nothing away from Ugiri. You see her battling every step of the way on the lead. She refuses to lose. She will be coming into the Kentucky Oaks as an under-the-radar contender that will offer good value. That is the positive. The potential negative with Ugiri is her running style. She likes to be forwardly placed in her races, and in the Kentucky Oaks, with a filly like Echo Zulu getting ready to line up, there's a good chance that Ugiri will be battling on a fairly fast pace, going 1 1/8. It seems like a tall order.
Absolutely. I think you hit a lot of the key points with this filly. There were some nice fillies remaining in the fantasy, but that sort of became a wide open race once Secret Oath opted to take on the boys in the Arkansas Derby, really the star of that circuit, that division over the winter. One thing I do like about Ugiri is that she's been very consistent throughout her career and has some nice races at Churchill Downs from last year. So, perhaps she's more of an exotics type play. She always does seem to run her race.
Well, she certainly does. Her consistency cannot be knocked at all. She needs to improve a little bit from the Beyer speed figure standpoint. But again, these are relatively lightly raced fillies. All of them have a good amount of upside potential. Ugiri will have to tap into that potential in the Kentucky Oaks. I think you're right. Maybe an exotics player underneath.
Well, a week after the fantasy, we saw Desert Dawn, an Arizona-bred filly from the first crop of Cupid, pull off the upset as the longest shot on the board in the Santa Anita Oaks. We'll watch her here fending off favored Adare Manor. They pull away from the rest of the field through the stretch. A nice filly that she beat. The big question with her, Dan, is, was this a fluke upset win, or is she another filly on the upswing?
Well, considering she'll be a good price in the Kentucky Oaks, if you believe in her, you shouldn't believe it's a fluke win, and you should go in with both fists. I am concerned that it might be more of a situation where she took advantage of a wonderful trip. The two favorites in that race sort of threw it down, hammer and tongs early. She was able to sit back to Desert Dawn and make the one run at the important part in the race. But listen, no knocks on this one. Adare Manor is a nice filly. She battled back. She was expected to win that race. Desert Dawn said no, 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 and she has the right running style for the Kentucky Oaks. I just need to see it again, but she'll be a price.
Well, she's never run outside of California, and that was one thing I took note of. And in Oaks this competitive, I think you're looking for any little advantage. Is that a concern to you as well?
I think it's a bit of a concern. She'll be shipping in kind of on top of the race. I believe our colleague Steve Anderson reports that she'll be coming in on May the 1st. You want a filly, I think, at this point to at least show some affinity for the Churchill Downs racing surface. That's why maybe Ugiri is intriguing, because she has run well at Churchill Downs in the past. Desert Dawn, it is a great unknown, but considering the price is going to be right, you can, have perhaps a little negative here or there because you're going to get value.
Well, we're starting to get into the nitty gritty. The final major works for Oaks candidates now. Many of them already in Kentucky. Kathleen O, still based at Keeneland. Secret Oath, Echo Zulu, both out at Churchill Downs. All top choices, all expected to work this weekend in Kentucky. Obviously, things vary a bit from trainer to trainer, so I certainly think that has to be factored in watching how a horse comes up to a major race. Dan, what are some things that you kind of look for as we're coming up here in the final days leading up to the race?
Well, I think everyone should keep an eye on the Mike Walsh Clocker reports coming out at DRF.com. The videos we'll have here from Mike on DRFTV. Obviously, the reports he'll have in the newspaper and on DRF.com. You want to not put too much stock in times. I think that a lot of folks are going to see a 4 furlong workout in 47, maybe the fastest work of the day, and just naturally assume that horse is doing well. Check out the Clocker reports. Watch the video if you have access. You might see that horse is laboring a little bit, perhaps in the end of the work, perhaps during the gallop out. You might see then a workout that's 4 furlongs and 50 seconds breezing. That doesn't look very appealing on the page, but boy, the horse did it very easily and well within herself. My personal feeling in situations like this, you don't want a hiccup. You don't want a horse missing a workout, a horse that perhaps came down with a temperature and missed a day or two. Everything must go according to plan in a race as deep and as talented and going a demanding distance like the Kentucky Oaks.
Absolutely. And we've got this saying out here that it's not how fast they work, it's how they work fast.
Right.
We'll be trying to bring you that insight. Absolutely. Check out the Clocker reports produced by our colleague Mike Walsh. They will be a treasure trove of information on the Oaks and Derby candidates as we get ever closer in their final days of training leading up to the Spring Classics. Looking forward to getting a closer look at some of these horses, and we'll bring you all the latest next time here on the Oaks Countdown.